Pragatir Gurumev Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroho Matirasti Gurau Mama Pahi Guru. In the last class, we had a basic introduction and learned the words for ka. So we had Gunitaksharani for the letter ka, and we learned all the ka, ki, ku, kr, pl, ke, kai, ko, kau, kam, kaha. This class we will be looking at each and every letter of the Vyanjanani and looking at words for each one. So I have put this prayer slide in the beginning so that most of you can read it. Actually, now that we've learned the script, this should be readable except for the sma. So that is Sanyukta Akshara, when two consonants combine together. We will be looking at that next week. So other than the places where there's sma and sta, I think this should be readable by everybody. So I've decided to include it from today onwards. So what we'll have is a simple dictation practice, just like we had yesterday. Yesterday we only had two sentences. Today we will have around 9 sentences. So please take out your pen and paper. I'll be dictating the words and write them down. Remember that when ma comes before a vowel, you have to write the complete letter ma and put a dash at the bottom. That's a halantam. If a consonant is followed by ma, then we do not put the complete letter ma, we put a dot at the top. That's the anuswara. So we will start now. Idam jalam. The first one is idam jalam. Focus on the Mahaprana, Alpaprana, Dirgha, Rasva. So the short and long letters, the aspirated, non-aspirated, like if it is ja or if it is ja, the simple ja or ja. So these are the things you should keep in mind. Idam jalam. The next one is idam asanam. Idam asanam. So that is question number 2. The third one is idam dhanam. Idam dhanam. The fourth one is iyam rama. Iyam rama. Fifth one, iyam uma. Iyam uma. Is my voice audible? Please type yes or no in the chats. Okay. We'll move on to the sixth one. Iyam radha. Iyam radha. The seventh one is ayam alayah. Ayam alayah. Eighth one, ayam akashah. Ayam akashah. The ninth one is ayam achalah. Ayam achalah. Take your time to write. This is just a practice. This is not the assignment. Please tell me when you finish in the chats. Okay. So you can check your answers now. Idam jalam. That is, this is water. Idam asanam. This is a seat. Idam dhanam. This is wealth. Iyam Rama. This is Rama, a girl called Rama. Iyam Uma. This is Uma. Uma can mean Parvati, Shiva's counterpart, or it could also mean just another female name. Iyam Radha. This is Radha. Ayam Alayah. This is a temple. Ayam Akashah. This is the sky. Ayam Achalaha. This is a hill. So Chalaha means something that moves. Achalaha means that something that's unmovable. So hills are unmovable. So Ayam Achalaha. This is a hill. So I want you to observe that idam, wherever idam comes, that is a napumsakalingam. So idam jalam. So you see the endings, observe the endings. Idam jalam. So these words, jalam, asanam, and dhanam, have neutral gender. In Sanskritam, there are genders for words. So that these three examples are neutral. This is not part of the exam, or this is not part of the course, but this is just a little bit extra information for those who may be confused with why we have different words for the same meaning. In English, it's just this is, but in Sanskritam, we have different words. So for that reason, I am explaining this. Iyam Rama. So Iyam, when yam comes, it is Strilinga, and Rama. Observe the Dirgha, Rama, Uma, Radha. So they're ending with a long akara, and so it is Iyam. Ayam Alayaha. So when there's a visarga at the end, this is Punlingaha. So Ayam Alayaha. I hope this is clear. I hope everybody has written the Anuswara wherever it was supposed to be written, and the Makara wherever it was. So, yeah. Yeah, so this is a typo. Iyam Radha. Very well pointed out. So, Iyam Radha, this is supposed to be a halantam. When you get the course content, this will be changed. So, Iyam with a dot. Ignore this one. Iyam Radha does not have a ma at the end. It has to have a dot. Okay, we'll move on. So last class we looked at ka, ka, ki, ku, ku, kr, kl, ke, kai, ko, kau, kam, kaha. So I want you to observe these and for a second. And now recollect the words that we learned last class. Kamalam, Kalaha, Kiritaha, Kiraha, Kutiraha, Kupaha, Krishakaha, Keshaha, Kailasaha, Kolahalaha, Kaushalam. So this was the dictation of last class. Similarly, we will be proceeding with each letter. So this is the Kha Varga. So last class we didn't do the Kha Varga because the same applies to all of the Vyanjanas, the same matra, as you can see, with a few exceptions. So Kha, Kha, Ki, Ki, Ku, Ku, Kr, Kr, Kl, Ke, Kai, Ko, Kau, Ham, Haha. So that's how this would sound. Observe these. I will be giving a short dictation similar to last class and similar to how we had for the K letter. So please take out your pens and paper and write down the dictation. So the first word is khagaha. Khagaha. This is a k plus akara. K plus a makes kha. Khagaha. The next word is sakha. Here, k plus a makes kha. So, kha with the dirgha. Kha. The next one is akhilam. So, k with the ikara is ki. In this word, it is akhilam. The fourth word is khuraha. K with the ukara makes khu. So, khuraha. The fifth word is khelanam. K with an ekara is khe. Remember that a is always dirgham, always long. Khelanam. The sixth word is nakhaha. So k with the akara is nakhaha. Please let me know when you're done. And if the pace of my dictation needs to be changed, please let me know in the chats. Okay. Okay, thank you. We'll go slower. I'll repeat all the words again. Yes, thank you. Khagaha. The first word is khagaha. So for those of you who have recently joined the meeting, we are just doing dictation. So please get out your pencils or pens and paper and write down what you're listening to. Khagaha. This is the first one. Khagaha. The second one is sakha. Sakha. The third one is akhilam. 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 The fourth one is khuraha. Khuraha. Fifth is khelanam. Khelanam. Sixth one, nakhaha. Nakhaha. Kha with the visarga. Kha with the aha. Okay, now I will show you the correct answers, and please tell me your scores in the chat box so that we can I can plan for the future of these dictations. So if I need to be a little bit slower or repeat more times, we can know based on your scores. So this is the answers. This k plus a is incorrect. It is k plus aha. There should be 2 dots here. So ignore this and all of the other ones. Look at the answers to the left. Khagaha, that is a bird. Sakha, friend. Akhilam means the entire. Khuraha, it's a hoof. Khelanam, clay. Nakhaha, nail. So someone got 6 out of 6. Okay. All are correct. Very nice. Someone got 4 out of 6. Maybe a little slower. Yes. I will chant slower. All are correct. Okay. Very nice. So we will do fewer words for each letter. so that, and we can go at the same pace. This is the G Varga. So this has G, G, Ga, Gi, Gi, Gu, Gu, Gr, Gr, Gl, Ge, Gai, Go, Gau, Gum, Gaha. Observe these letters for a few seconds. I think that this, if you know the matras, this shouldn't be too difficult. In application, it could take more time, but I think you would be fine with this. As long as we go slow on the words, as per my understanding. Okay. So the first one is Gajaha. Ga plus aha is ga. No, this is a simple ga plus a. Ga plus a, and then j plus aha. So gajaha. First one is gajaha. Yes, the hook in gi should go on the second vertical line. Okay, the should be at the top of the letter when it is in a sentence and when there's a vyanjana or consonant following it. So when we are doing words, I expect that everybody writes the makara with a diagonal line at the bottom. So Madhavan Mahodaya, that was your question. I think that's the answer. The stroke below the akshara has to go on the half letters. So for example, Geetam. So Geetam, do not put a dot at the top because we are doing words. When we do only words, we have to write the complete letter and half and make it a half. When we write it in a sentence, we put a dot. Okay. The next word is Gayakaha. Gayakaha. G plus A, the long akara. Gayakaha. Initially, it will take some time to get to know which letters, which you may get confused. It's no problem. It's okay if you take your own time and do it slowly. As long as you get the right word, that's more important. And the more you practice these, that's only when you'll get you'll be able to read faster and faster. It does take a lot of time to be able to read fast, honestly, because there are so many possibilities of Sanyukta Aksharas, which we'll be discussing in next week. So Gunita Aksharas are only 15 per letter. So 15 per letter, we can learn them. But when it's thousands of Sanyukta Aksharas, it gets difficult. Every new text you read, you will find something new. And then you have to practice reading it, and it just comes over time. So this is more of a course which will help you to learn everything you need, but it will not give you everything that's possible, because Sanyukta Aksharas are thousands and thousands. So when you learn when consonant and consonant mixes together and makes a word, then you have to be okay to learn new things every day, because whenever you read a new text, you might come across a new letter that you've never seen before. So it's my experience that I'm sharing. So we finished Gayakaha. We'll only do 3. So Girihi is the next one. So here there are 2 Gunitaksharas together in this word. Girihi. Remember to put the visarga at the end. Gi, the short gi, and the short ri, and then visarga. That is g plus e plus r plus e plus aha. You can tell me in the chats when you're done. Okay. So please check the first three. Gajaha, Gayakaha, Girihi. So Gajaha is elephant. Gayakaha is singer. Girihi is a hill. Achalaha is also a hill. Girihi is also a hill. They're just different words. 3 correct. Good. Yeah, I think this pace is working out. So most people are getting it correct. Yeah, everyone got 3. Okay. We'll go to the next one. This is gha. So gha, gha, ghi, ghi, ghu, ghu, ghr, ghr, ghl, ghe, ghai, gho, ghau, gham, ghaha. Observe these words for a while. Okay, we'll have the dictation. The first one is la ghu. So that is la, l plus a is la, and gh plus u is ghu. La ghu. Ignore the visarga, it's just laghu. Okay. So here, when you see this in ghi, the line has to touch the second vertical line. So ignore the typing that could look different here. You should be able to recognize this, but when you write it, this line has to touch the second vertical line. And same here, there shouldn't be a space in the middle. And same with all of these, they have to be touching. Okay. Laghu. It's a simple laghu. There's no visarga at the end. The next one is a little long word. Please pay attention. Ghosharam. Ghosharam. There is a g plus o, gho, sh. The harsh sh. Harsh sh. Sh plus a, sh, and then n plus a, n. So this is n, the one you see in tattha daddhana, the third varga in vargya vyanjanas. And the last letter is m. Ghoshanam. Okay. Laghu means small. Ghoshanam means an announcement. Please look at your answers. Okay, we are done. Laghu Ghoshanam. This line has to be on the top. So, did you get 2 out of 2? Yes, many people got 2 out of 2. Okay. All correct. Good. So, this is ng. Ng, there won't be many words like this. So, we won't be looking at the words for this particular letter because this is very rarely used. Nga, nga, ngi, ngi, ngu, ngu, ng, g, g, ngi, ngai, ngo, ngau, ngam, gah. This is very difficult to pronounce. It may sound funny, but this is how we do the Gunita Aksharas for this particular letter. We'll move on to the next letter. That is cha. So for cha, it is cha, chi, chi, chu, chu, chr. chru, chlu, che, chai, cho, chow, cham, chah. While explaining the pronunciation, I don't want to go into detail about how it would be pronounced in a word in English because those technicalities are not required for writing. You just need to be able to hear me and understand my pronunciation. So I don't think there's anything difficult in this particular series. We'll look at some words. The first word is chiram. Ch plus ikara, short ikara, then the letter ra, then the letter m, half m, and r plus a is ra. So chiram, chiram. Next one is chiram, chiram. Next one is chuda. Both are long. Chuda. Try to recollect how to write da and put a akara to it. We look at the answers. Chiram, they put a dot for the anuswara, but we can also write the full makara with a halantam at the end. So these are the answers. Chiram, that is a long time. Chiram, so we need to put a ma with the halantam here. And then we had chuda. So out of these three, how many did you get correct? 3, okay. So chuda is a crust, chiram is long, chiram is a sari or cloth. Ch, cha, chi, chi, chu, chu, chru, chlu, chru, chru, chlu, che, chai, cho, chow, cham, chah. So here you can see this long tail. We didn't learn it this way, but you can include it or choose not to include it. Both are fine. That's the only difference I see here. Yeah. We'll just look at the words. Chalam. Ch plus a. Chaya. Ch plus a. Churika. Ch plus u. Chedah. Ch plus a. So these are a few words for ch. These slides will be made available. For now, the classes up to the 3rd class, all the slides are available of Varnamala in the course content. The next letter is J, Ja, Ji, Ji, Ju, Ju, Jr, Jr, Jl, J, Jai, Jo, Jau, Jam, Jah. We'll look at a word for this. Jata-jutah. Jata-jutah. There are 2 jas and 2 tas, but they have different matras. The first ja is j plus a, and then we have a t plus a, and then we have j plus u, which is ju. Then we have t plus aha, that is taha. So jata jutaha. I hope you have completed. Yes, so chiram, they have written a dot, but it should be a halantam. Yes, that is correct. Okay, we're done. So look at that word over here, jata jutaha, a braid of hair. The next one is jha jha, jhi jhi, jhu jhu, jhr jhr, jhl jhe, jhai, jho, jhau, jham, jha. This is a real exercise for your throat. If you try to read along with me. So yeah, we got the last one correct. Jata jutaha. So we'll be looking at one example for this one. Jhatiti. So it is just a simple j with an akara, which makes jha, and then t with the ikara makes t, and t with an ikara, which makes ti. Jhatiti. This word means immediately. Okay, finished this word. When you're done, you can type yes. Okay. So this is jhatiti. Okay, got it right? Good. This is another one which is not commonly used by itself. This is nya, nya, ni, ni, nyu, nyu, nr, nr, ny, ni, nyai, nyo, nyau, nyam, nyaha. It's okay if you cannot pronounce these letters. That's not going to be part of this course. I just want you to be able to identify them. So the next one is ta. This is commonly used as we saw in jatiti and jata jutaha already. Ta ta, ti ti, tu tu, tr tr, tl, te tai, to tau, tam taha. So please, when you go home, please practice all of them. As I said last class, it was the homework to write all of these. If you have done that homework, do check if whatever you have written was correct in this class when I show you the slides. Or if you have not done it, please do it over this weekend. Okay, good. Some of you have done the homework. So example for this is ghati, a watch clock, or kotihi, which is category. We'll move on to the next one. Tha, tha, thi, thi, thu, thu, thr, thr, thl, the, thai, tho, thau, tham, thaha. Okay. We look at one word for this. Kathinam. Kathinam. K plus a is ka. Th plus I is thi. N plus a is na. And the last one is m. Kathinam. Okay. Kathinam. This is what the answer should look like. That means difficult. So here we see the thakara with the ikara attached to it. The next one is da, da, di, di, do, do, dr, dr, dl, de, dai, do, dau, dam, daha. We'll look at one example for this. Damaruhu, that is a drum. Just observe it. Damaruhu. You can see the R here. So we will learn this now once we get there. So it is written differently. Just observe that and keep it in mind. Damaruhu is a drum. Dha. The next one is dha. Dha dha, dhi dhi, dhu dhu, dhr dhr, dhl, dhe, dhai, dho, dhau, dham, dhah. We'll do one example. Please write it down. Mudhaha. Mudhaha. Ma with the U at the bottom and dha with a visarga at the end. Again, this should have a visarga. Dha plus aha is dhaha. Mudhaha means a fool. Okay, good. This is also this is commonly seen actually. Few of them like the na and ne, nai, no, these are seen. So please do remember these. And this line once again does not come here. Ignore the fonts. And this line has to come to the second, always on the second line. The curve has to touch the second vertical line, always. And even here, so these have to touch the same thing. Okay. Na, na, ni, ni, no, no, nr, nr, nl, ne, nai, no, nau, nam, naha. We'll look at one example. Karuna. Karuna. You're not expected to know how to write that. When we learn Rukara, Rakara, we will be learning this special symbol. Karuna, that is kindness. Then we have the T. The is ta, ta, ti, ti, tu, tu, tr, tr, tl, te, tai, to, tau, tam, taha. These are all very commonly used except for the tr and tl. All of these are commonly seen. Okay, for this it is tapaha, that is penance. T plus aha again. Tadanam. T plus a is ta. Tadanam means beating. Tilakam. T plus I is tilakam. That is a tilak. Tiram. T plus I is tiram. River bank. Tula. Tu plus la is a balance. And similarly, the rest of the words. The next one is tha. Tha, tha, thi, thi, thu, thu, thr, thr, thl, the, thai, tho, thau, tham, thaha. We already looked at this yesterday. We'll just look at the words. Atha, katha, sarathihi. So these are a few words. The, da, di, du, dr. Please focus on this letter here. This is important because this is very different from all the other. The whole letter changed when we applied the matra. Dr, dr, dl, de, dai, do, dau, dam, daha. So examples for this would be dasha, which is 10, danam, which is charity, dinam, which is day, nadi, which is river, dukham, which is sorrow. So du plus aha is duhu. So this is d plus u plus aha at the end. So duhu, dukham. This is Duram. So it got cut at the bottom, but it is duram. You can see here the Duram. Drik Devalayah Daivam Doshaha. Dadhi Dhiraha Madhuram Dhumaha Dhenuhu Adhomukhaha. This is na. There's no difference between, there's no special characters here. They're very similar to what we learned in ka. And we have pa. Pa is also similar to ka and na, meaning there are no special changes that happen when we add the matras. We'll only be looking at the changes from here on. Pa is written the same way. I don't think there are any questions because it's always in the middle. Just like ka was written and ki was written with this hoop touching the middle vertical line. And if there is, like for na, let me annotate this. So when we wrote ni, we did have it on the second one because na has another letter, another vertical line as a letter itself, similar to jha. Jha has a letter or has a line next to it, like again ma. So that would be me, jhi. So it always comes on the second letter. This is wrong. Okay. So for pa as well, this has to be touching the middle. That is example similar to ka. Ka has it like this, ki. Okay. Simple example is phalam for this, a fruit. This is again similar to what we learned for ka. It touches this line. For B and B. Examples are balam, balaha, bilam. You can look at this at your own time as we've discussed several words. This is again bha. Once again, we'll be looking at this. Here, this has to touch. This is bha. Bha is written like this with this touching here. Okay, just like ma, mi, bhi. If we don't put the line here, this is wrong. We don't put the line here, it's wrong. It has to always be on the second one, wherever there's a second one. So you can write these rules down. Whenever there's a second line, it has to always be at the second line. When there's no second line, when it's in the middle, like ka and ha, then you have to write it on the middle line. So this you can consider this a second line because it's just a hoop like this design. So for bha though, it is like a second line, this point. So don't get confused, do not draw it from there. Simply just think of it always, we have to always put it on the second line. If there's no second line, then we just put it on the first line. Okay. I hope that's clear. Okay. This is bhavanam, bhasha, bhishak, bhitah, bhuvanam, bhumihi, bhrukuti, bhedah, bhojanam, bhautikam. Again, when we look at ma, similar thing, just as we discussed, it always comes on the second letter. Ignore the printing aspect of this mistake. So mithila, minaha, mukham. These are a few of the words. Here as well, it comes on the second line, not on the first. Where you see ya, it does not come here. The line has to come on the second part. It could also, this mistake could also happen when you write this yau. So do not write these two over here. That is ye, yai. So it should not come over there. It has to always come on the second line. Example is Yamaha, Yamaha, Naika, Vijayi, etc. This is really important because these are the tricky ones, which I'll be drawing over here. So we have the R, and then we have this hook at the top. So whenever Repa, as it is called, Ra, is in the beginning, it before the letter, it always forms a hook at the top, generally. So we learn more about this in Sanyukta Aksharas, but only these three should be really different from any other letter. So we have L and then R. So this hook comes at the top. We won't even use these in any of the words which we'll be doing because these are too rare and not much in use. But these two are also to be looked at. So this is Ru and then Ru. So that is the difference. It's just a small hook versus a complete. The same thing which you would write at the bottom, we're writing it at the top with a small line, a horizontal line next to it, very small one. So I don't think that's clear here. So I showed you here. Even here, there is not much. There is a variation in the way they've written it. This could just be a simple R. That's how we would write it. It doesn't have to be a whole heart-like symbol, but you should be able to read this if it's written this way as well. So look at these letters in your at your own convenience. This is for Va, and there is not much of a difficulty here. For Sh, I think we looked at this part yesterday where Shri and Shri had a difference. We also looked at the R or Repa yesterday. Rakara is called Repa in Sanskritam. It's a letter, but it's called Repa. So Shri and Shri, this is just a revision of yesterday's, can be written like this as well. This is Sha, the Harsha. Shat Kashayah Rishihi. This is for Sa. Again, this over here, we need to focus on here. It always comes on the second line. This needs to be really clear. It does not come over here. That is wrong. This has to come on the second line. Again, here as well. It comes always on the second line. These are a few things which you have to remember to avoid making mistakes. And this has to come. This I've repeated enough times, but I think this is also important. Similarly to Mu, we draw it here. We don't draw it over here. And also when you put a Ma with a halantam, like Ma, where does a halantam come? It comes over here. It doesn't come over here. It doesn't come in the middle. It comes at the end. Let me draw that again. It comes over here. That is Ma. Okay. The last one is Ha. So Ha, this is special. We learned this yesterday about Hr and Hr. We'll look at it again once more, how to write the Hr. So we just draw the Ha and we make space to accommodate the Hr. So whatever is supposed to come at the bottom is going inside. And then if it is 2 times, it's hr, the long one. This should be clear. Hridayam. This is an example. Hridayam, that is heart. Okay. This is a challenge for you all. Yes, the halantam can touch. Some people write it by touching the ma. So I will just show you that. So it can touch. Some people write it like this. It can touch or it can be away. Both are correct. It can touch or be away. It is understood. Okay. Okay, what is the pronunciation difference between E and EM? Yeah, E. That's not a letter, but I think she means E and E. So E is a dirgham and E is a hrasvam or short. When you say E longer, it becomes E. E and E. That is the difference. Okay. What we're going to do is I'm going to dictate a few gunitaksharas, just letters, and you have to write it down. Ki, ki, k plus e, a long ki. The next letter is hr. We just looked at it. H and r. The next one is t and r. Tr. T plus a short r. Tr. And the next one is the plus r. Dr. We looked at how this looks a little bit different from the normal combinations. The next one is jhi. We also looked at this several times. Jha plus e, the short e. And then next is ru. We just looked at ru, r, and the long u. So tell me when you are ready. So all of these slides will be shared. So there's no worries about that. When the halantam comes at the bottom, there's no chance of putting a dot again at the top because that is the end of it. So when there's the halantam, it means it's half a letter. It's just the vyanjanam. So when we have to add m with it becomes mum. Let me just show you that. So m plus is equal to mum. Let me draw that properly. This is mum. M plus So there's no way that you're going to have a dot over here. This is not possible because it's just m, and then when you add it to it becomes mum. Halantam disappears when there's another vowel that is added. I hope that this is clear. So I think everyone's done with ki, hr, tr, dr, jhi, and ru. So please check your answers. The last one is ru, the r with the long u. So my screen is visible, right? Okay. Now, yeah, answers are not visible. Now they'll be visible. This is ki. This is hr. This is tr. This is dr. And this is jhi. So this was the challenge. It is hard because dr and tr look very similar, and you could get confused between ha and dr. This is hr. So yeah, we can write mum as with ma and a dot at the top, or ma with a m and half a m. Yes, 3 correct. Yes, that's good because this is a difficult one. Just wanted to include it as part of the challenge. So now we can look at a few games. We don't have much time to play all the games, but we can play a few games. This is Ru, the last one. Okay, got 6 out of 6. Okay, good. So today we looked at the Gunitaksharas for each Vyanjana of the Varnamala. We had a writing challenge for each word, and then we read a few words. And then we had this small challenge of writing particular Gunitaksharas. We'll just play 1 or 2 games and close the class. We can continue with the next few games in the beginning of the next class, because I need to talk about the assignment as well. So let me share. Okay, I hope this is visible. We will play game number 1. So this has shunakaha, dhenuhu, vrikaha, and mushakaha. So you have to try and tell me which one matches to which. This is a very simple game, but we'll play it because you have worked very hard with the challenging stuff already. This should be easy. Right. Okay. You can tell me, like, for example, shunakaha is shu. So 1 and 4, 1 and A. You can type your answers. 1A, B4. Yes, B4. Dhenuho, vrikaha, vr. Try to pronounce it while you're seeing it, so that it becomes more of a practice. Mushakaha. Okay, good. The next one is bidalaha, kakaha. Try to imagine b plus e is bidalaha. B. So yeah, A3. That's correct. Yes, A3. Then the next one is kakaha. B1. Gajaha. G plus a, gajaha. And then Veena, 4D. Yes. We'll look at another game. So just listen to the pronunciation. She says ka, the long ka. It is the second one. Yes, correct. Gi, the short gi. Third one. Yes, it is gi. This is gi, the long gi. This is gi. Ghu. So g plus u. 5, yes. Chi. Chi, the long chi. 3, yes, correct. Ju. Ju, the long ju. Yes, 2 is correct. Tr, the long tr. 4, yes, correct. Nr, yeah, 4, correct. We'll look at another game. So, J plus U. Wait, we will make numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I will say the combination. You have to tell me which one it is. J plus I. Tell me the number. 7. Yes. J plus I is 7. Okay. J plus U. Yes, correct. Ju. So that is correct. J plus E. The short E. 2. Yes, that's correct. J plus O. Yes, correct. Jo. We'll look at another game. 5. This could be difficult because you would need to know the meanings, but I think you can give it a try. What goes in the blank? You can try. Yeah, 4. It is Nagaha. So this is a boat. Yeah, this is really difficult. Potaha is a boat. It could just be a practice. This maybe you can tell. Yeah, 4. Banaha. So few of the words may be familiar. This as well. Yes, bhumihi. We just looked at this word earlier, a balance. Yes, tula. A knife. We looked at this word earlier. Yes, churika. Yeah, vimanam. Yes, deepaha. This is griham. Yeah, grih. Yes, 3. Simhaha. We look at another. So here we have to complete the series. You have to remember the order. We looked at all of the Vyanjanas, so the order should be easy. This is again 1, 2, 3, and 4. What comes first? Yes, 2 comes first. Upu, and then 3. Pr, then pl, then pe, pai, po, po. Yes, correct. Look at one more. The ta, yes, the 4th one. The ta, the 3rd one, correct. Ti, tu, yes, 2nd one. Perfect. We'll look at another game. So bh plus u, what would it be? The 2nd one. Yes, bhu. G plus o. You should try to read it as well. Do not depend on my pronunciation. Try to read it in your mind. G plus o. It is the 2nd one. Go. L plus aha. Laha, yes. Bhugolaha, that's a globe. Sh plus R. Yes, 3. Shri. G plus A. It is Ga, second one. L plus Aha. Yes, Laha. Perfect. Shrigalaha. G plus A. It is the second one. G. N plus A. Yes, first one. Gani. Sh plus Aha. Shaha. Yes, correct. First one. Very nice. Thank you for participating in this game. So I will be discussing, sorry for the class running a little bit late today, but there are a few important things I need to tell you. So we finished most of the games, all of the games, but you can go into the games in detail at this website and you can create a login. As several of you were asking me about how do I play these games. So this is a syllabus for assignment 1. You have to learn the complete Varnamala, that is all the Sanskrit alphabet. You can use module 2 Aksharamala 1 and you will find it at this website. And lesson 1, in the first class, we completed the swaras or the vowels and semi-vowels, which are and aha, the anuswara and visarga. In lesson 2, the second class, we learned the Vargiya Vyanjanani. We focused on Hrasva, which is short, and then Dirgha, which is long, Alpa Prana, which is the non-aspirated, or J, the softer ones, and Mahaprana, which requires excess force to pronounce. So Mahapranas, and then the Anunasikas like na, nga, na, ma, the ones which are nasalized. In the lesson 3, on the third day, we learned the Avargiya Vyanjanani, the 8 Vyanjanas which do not fit into the classified 25. So that completed the 33 Vyanjanas and 15 Swaras. So we learned the whole Aksharamala of 48 letters. Then in yesterday's class and today's class, we completed lesson 4 and 5, and that is the Gunitaksharani for all of the Vyanjanas. And please focus on the special letters like Shri, Hri, Jhi, Ru, Hi, and Dri. And then, so you can look at this website and create an account. It is free and you can log in and play these games as a practice, because this is what will be the syllabus for the assignment 1, which is on Monday. That is day 6 of our classes. Please practice as much as you can over the weekend. And the homework is to practice writing and reading words from Pada Parichaya. So these slides will be uploaded as soon as possible, mostly by today or tomorrow morning. So please practice from the course content, and this video will also be uploaded within a day. And as preparation for the assignment 1, which will be conducted next class, please revise all the topics taught so far using the resources from the content available on the course page. And do try and log in on this website. This link I will make it available in the chat for now as well. And also these slides will be made available. So I will type this in the chats for those of you who want to immediately go and access that. Yeah. So that the link is in the chats. Yeah, these slides will be made available. These recordings to the courses already are uploaded to the course page. So you can check over there. You can also check on YouTube. And we will end the class with Shanti Mantra, which you should be able to read now that you learned up to Gunitaksharas. And if you have any questions, you can stay back, and everybody else may leave the meeting after the closing prayers. Om असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ